And it doesn't matter what version of Pro Tools you're using, 9, 10, 11, doesn't matter. It's all done the same way. This is Pro Tools 11. So the very first thing you want to do, and here is our session here, not a very big session. The very first thing that I would suggest you do is open up your clip bin by clicking on this little right triangle in the bottom right hand corner. And you're probably familiar with this if you're a Pro Tools user. You'll see all your clips in here, and you want to click on this drop down arrow, and you want to go on select and click unused. And what that's going to do, it's going to highlight all the audio files that we're not using anymore in the session. Maybe we recorded them and deleted them, did multiple takes, so on and so forth. So there's no reason to send all the files to somebody that you're not using. So you want to highlight all the unused. Then from there you want to right click anywhere in that clip bin, and you want to clear, top section clear. And it's going to give you a couple of choices, whether you want to remove, which will select the clips from the session. It will remove the selected clips in the clip bin. Or if you want to move those clips to the trash, or do you want to delete them permanently from your disk? I always delete them from my disk because I'm not going to go back and reuse them. You may choose to just remove them if you feel like saving them for some reason, but don't send them off. Don't send it in your session to someone to work on your session if the clips are not being used. So I'm just going to hit delete, and it's going to ask you if I want to delete it. You're going to hit yes, and it's going to ask you, are you sure, on every single clip that was highlighted. So I just keep hitting the enter key, or the return key, keep hitting yes, 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 yes. Oops, hit it once too many times there. And then you're going to see that the clips bin got much shorter. So these are all the clips that we're still using in the session, okay? So once you've done that, you can close this. The next thing you want to do is go up to File, and you want to go Save Copy In. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure its session format's the latest format, that all these parameters look correct, our sample rate, our bit depth. We want to, items to copy, we want to click the audio file box to make sure that, that all the audio files come along with the session. Again, make sure it says latest, make sure we check off audio files, hit OK. It's going to ask you where do you want to save it. I would put it onto your desktop, and you can call this, we're going to call this test session Dropbox. Okay, and then we're going to save it. And as you can see, it's writing all the WAV files, copying all the files. It won't take long. Depending on the size of your session will depend on how long that's going to take. Once that's done, you can go ahead and you can save your session here in Pro Tools. You can close it. Here's our icons. And on your desktop now, you'll see the folder that we created. Test session Dropbox. And if you open that folder, you'll see our Pro Tools session file and all the audio files that go along with that session. Okay? So now what we're going to do from here is we are going to compress this. We're going to right click on it, and if you're using a Mac, you're going to say compress test session Dropbox. If you're using Windows, I think it's zip file if I'm not mistaken, but you want to zip it or compress it. And that is the file that we're going to send via Dropbox. So it's taken a few seconds. Okay, and here's our zip file. This is the file that we're going to send via Dropbox, not this session folder, this zip file right here.